Madam President, I come to the floor today. I'm so glad that you're the presiding officer, because here we are, the chamber is vacant. It looks like when everything is, the Senate's not moving, and you're the senator from New York, along with Senator Schumer. I'm the senator from Maryland, and we have been hit by a hurricane. We've been hit by Hurricane Sandy, and I'm here to come to the floor to say, as we reflect on the life and times of Senator Danny Inouye, we should also reflect on his work, which is to move appropriations bills in a timely way, and particularly when that appropriations bill deals with the supplemental appropriations to meet the compelling human needs of our communities and our people when they have suffered a natural disaster. The clock is ticking. We've got businesses that need to restart. We have homes that need to be rebuilt. In my own state of Maryland, we had a double whammy, Madam President. We were, as the hurricane came forth on our coastal areas along the beloved Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean, we were hit by the hurricane. And then up in western Maryland, Garrett County, called the Switzerland of Maryland, we were hit by a blizzard. A blizzard. And where are we now? It's been days. The TV cameras have left, but the compelling human need has not. And what does the Senate face? Inertia, parliamentary roadblocks, and we're fussing about the budget. Well, you know, I believe we need to have a more frugal, sensible government, but these are the American people. Sometimes, you know, I'm for helping other nations around the world, but after a natural disaster, while we've been busy rebuilding Afghanistan, how about if we rebuild New York, New Jersey? How about getting my communities up and running along the coast of the Chesapeake Bay in communities like Crisfield? These people are not asking for a handout. They're asking for a hand up. These are the American citizens who pay their taxes on time. Then why doesn't the Senate act on time? I am deeply frustrated by the inertia and the parliamentary roadblocks for nothing. And look what this would mean. We could show hope and help, and actually along the way, the very things that we will do will be creating jobs in the local community, because these are physical reconstruction, and I might add, the reconstruction of human lives. The gentlelady from New York knows so well. She told me the moving stories, like of the firefighters themselves, our gallant first responders who suffered terrible fires in their own home community. What a horrible thing. And I know if you came with me over to the Eastern Shore and you went down to the community of Crisfield, you would be really touched. This is a wonderful community, but they've had some hard times. They've got a 94% unemployment rate. Our agriculture and our food industries have been hit by drought and declining species. Our industries have been hard hit. And in these rural areas, these communities have been in these homes for generation after generation after generation. The Western Shore lobbyists who come in, or appraisers who are looking for Gucci waterfront property, might value these small, tidy, well-maintained homes for appraisal value, but the appraisal is in the hearts of my people in Crisfield. Generations have lived there. Generations have worked there. Generations have sent their sons to fight the wars, and now their daughters. And all they want for their country is to help them rebuild, get the mold out, get some assistance coming in so they can buy their crab pots, get back to work. They want their homes. They want to get their lives back, and they want to get their livelihoods back. And what do we have here? Inertia. So, Madam President, when all is said and done, I'm really tired that more gets said than gets done. This is the time to act. My constituents really need help, and we have been here. I'm going to congratulate Senator Murray and Senator Landrieu, who chaired the subcommittees and appropriations on FEMA and FUD, because it will be FEMA money and community development block grant money that will help these communities. Then we're going to need the Corps of Engineers for beach replenishment, that will public investments that protect private property. It's been 2 months since Sandy. 2 months. Surely we can act. The president has made a request. Yes, is it a hefty $60 billion? But look at who was hit. A big city that's one of the heartbeats of America, New York, and a little community like Crisfield. But no matter whether you live in New York City or you live in Crisfield, Maryland, you deserve the help from your government. And I say to my colleagues, let's think of the people we were sent here to represent. We weren't sent here to represent a bottom line. We were here to represent people. And I would hope that we would put into place, that we would pass the president's request. We have great policies that were arrived at. And if you really want to honor Senator Inouye, let's honor the way, his own code of conduct. A gentle way, a civil way, a consensus builder, a bipartisan builder, and a worker to move this bill. Senator Inouye chaired the full committee on appropriations these last couple of years. His own staff shared a story with me, and it's relevant here today. He said, I chaired the Defense Committee, subcommittee, and that's how the federal budget defends America. But my other committees, like Labor, HHS, and I might add housing, federal disaster assistance, is how we defined ourselves. So while those who say, let's make sure we defend America, let's also make sure we put the money in the federal budget on how it defines America. And the way we define America is when one community is hit, all communities are hit. If New York's hit, or Crisfield, or Ocean City, all communities have hit. We need to act like the United States of America, because the disaster you and I faced 2 months ago could be somebody else's disaster tomorrow. But the real disaster should not be here in the United States Senate because we fail to act. So I call my colleagues to the floor, and I call them forth to really pass this appropriations. And I look forward to, again, working on both sides of the aisle to have a safer country from either a defense or a disaster perspective, and I also look forward to moving this bill in a way that we will define our country, that we are a country that helps neighbor helping neighbor. Madam President, I yield the floor.